Good evening and welcome. This is English Talks. This month we celebrated International Women's Day. So once again, a very happy International Women's Day to all the trailblazers listening in. Today we see more and more urban women in the workforce than ever before. Theoretically, a paycheck equals freedom. But is earning money the same as owning your future? While many are financially active, how many are truly financially literate? It's one thing to earn. It's another to navigate tax brackets, build a robust retirement corpus, and ensure you can provide for yourself and your children without a safety net. Today, we are moving beyond the salary slip. We are asking, are you economically robust enough to be truly independent? In this special episode, we are bridging the gap between earning and managing. We'll be sharing professional tips and essential strategies to help you take the wheel of your financial journey. Stay tuned. It's time to turn that hard-earned money into real power. And for exactly this, today we have with us in studio Ms. Avneet Arora, a certified financial planner with over 15 years of experience in wealth management. Avneet, my first question to you is, research shows that women often feel less ready for financial or professional roles than men at the same skill level. How can women bridge this gap to take charge of their wealth?
The main word, the highlighted word in your question is feel. They feel they are less ready. Does not mean they are less ready. I'll give you a very short story. Few days back, I went for a networking event and I met one lady there who was sitting at the last row of the event. Once I started interacting with her, I asked her what she's doing in this event, and she said that she has come here because her boss has sent her here to network with people and talk about the product and services of the organization. So I asked her, why are you not doing it then? Why are you sitting at the last row? She's like, how can I go and talk to them, right? So there's a lot of doubt or lack of confidence, you can say, hesitation was there. So I just told her one line. I said, see, everybody here has come for networking. They expect you also to do it. Just go say hi to people. First or second time, it might look little difficult, but just go with the flow. And then once you do this couple of times, you'll get used to it. Just go and try it out. And let the other person speak. And I'm sure you will be good. That's all. She left. Next day, on the same event, she came to me and she said, thank you so much for that advice. You can't believe I met so many people there. I got so many leads and my boss is so happy about it. It was not that she was not ready with the skills or the knowledge. It's just that she felt that I am not ready. That's where the problem comes. I think that's where your financial professionals, advisors comes into picture. They are the people who can really provide that nudge. If you yourself is not able to do it, you're not getting that motivation from within, you can take help of the professionals to do it. And once you take that first step, I'm sure there's no looking back afterwards.
Another important thing that I want to ask you is men and women, they face very different challenges. Women frequently face this very unique financial hurdle like gender pay gap and then career breaks for childbirth and caregiving. So what specific strategies would help maintain long-term financial security during these periods?
First of all, if you can have a bit of advanced planning. The second thing is have enough liquidity within your investment portfolio. Most of the times you have come across this saying that 3 to 6 months kind of an emergency fund should always be there, whether it's for men or women. But for women, I feel apart from having emergency fund, you can also have some investments which are liquid enough. If you need, you can dip into it and take it out for these kind of situations.
Then since women, they tend to outlive men, how should they calculate their golden years corpus to account for inflation and longer life expectancy?
Okay, now I would like to break this into two categories, one for the single woman and one for the married woman. For single women, what generally happens is when they do retirement planning or they plan for the corpus, they tend to underestimate the number of years and, of course, underestimate the corpus value. What they can do as a first step is whenever they are doing this kind of a planning for the retirement corpus, add some more years on and above what they feel is good enough. And when I say some more years, mostly women I've seen, they say okay, 70 years or 75 years is what I probably plan for, which might not be really true. Of course we can't predict that, but if you are keeping some more years extra, it's a conservative approach which will help you to navigate that kind of a situation. So that's one thing. When it comes to married women, the difference comes is for married women, most of the times they tend to align their retirement planning with the spouse. Now there's nothing wrong in doing that. Of course you are a family together, so you plan everything together. The only thing needs to be kept in mind while doing such things is, do not align the corpus with the age expectancy of the spouse. Again, add some more extra years to it, so that in just in case if you outlive in that situation, you have enough corpus to do it. Second thing is, now this is across all categories of women, is underestimating the healthcare costs. Now, healthcare can really create a big hole in your corpus if you have not kept that buffer in your retirement planning. So, I always suggest that please have enough buffer kept for health and health related issues, because that's gonna be a big chunk of your overall monthly and a regular expense once you retire and once the age starts taking a toll on you.
With divorce rates on the rise, many women find themselves navigating a complex, financial transition. If you're moving from joint finances to standing on your own, how should you strategically manage alimony payouts, minimize the tax hit, and protect your credit score during a separation?
So, primarily, when you talk about alimony and alimony related cases, the first and foremost decision which a woman has to make is, does she want the alimony as a lump sum, like a single amount, or is she going for a regular payment, which is on a monthly basis or an annual basis, whatever is the frequency, she's fixing it up. The taxation for both the options are different. That's the first thing. So not only from a tax perspective, even from management perspective also, managing these two situations again is very, very different. Most of the times, if let's say the woman is a homemaker and she's not earning well, she tends to prefer a regular pay. When you get regular pay, then it gets treated as like a monthly income kind of thing. Even from a taxation perspective, it is considered as an income and it's taxed as per your income slabs. But otherwise also the end use of that money also happens like a monthly regular expenses. On the other hand, when you take alimony as a one lump sum amount, generally it is tax free, and also the way to invest or manage that is very, very different. What tends to happen is that when you get such a large sum as one single amount, you somehow falter on the financial discipline. And this does not happen only in case of women. This is a general human behavior. You have seen so many times people winning lotteries and becoming crorepati's over a night, and then after a few years you see again back to the same situation. So it happens. It's a human tendency which happens. That is where, if you are taking as a one lump sum, it is always suggested that you plan it in such a way that it ensures a regular payment happening to you or a cash flow happening coming out of it for next few years, and it lasts for longer period of time. So that's the difference between the type of mode of payment you are opting for when you are going for an alimony.
Avneet, what role does financial literacy play in strengthening a woman's power to negotiate salary and business contracts?
two aspects to look at it. One is from a knowledge perspective, second is from your behavioral attitude perspective. Knowledge perspective, I'll tell you, when you are managing your own finances, when you are involved in making all the financial decisions for yourself and for your family, you get comfortable with numbers and understanding the impact of those amounts on your well-being, on your status, on your lifestyle, etc. So when you see those negotiations happening, whether it is in terms of business proposals, whether it is happening in terms of your salary negotiations, you can negotiate better. The second and the bigger aspect is your behavior or your attitude. When you have comfort with your own finances, when you know that where you stand, the way you will approach the situation will be very, very different. You will be far more confident to take those deals in your stride. So that plays a very, very important role in both the things, and in fact even overall life also. When you have a hold on your finances, you have the power to make that decision. But when you talk about financial independence, it basically means you having the choice which has a financial impact, and you can do it once you have control over your investments.
What are the key benefits of current schemes like Mahila Samman Savings Certificate or Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana?
I think both the schemes are really good, especially somebody who is starting off. They have a lot of hesitations in their mind in terms of the security, safety, trust issues, and so on and so forth. So when government is pitching in and bringing such schemes, at least those issues get resolved. Second thing is that it also builds your habit of investing. You can start it as a first step, but once you get used to these schemes and you have more money, that time you can also look at diversifying it across other products and other avenues also. Especially Sukanya Samriddhi scheme, if you are having a girl child at home, this can really help you to build that corpus for her education, for her higher education. It's completely tax free. The only thing is that there are limits, right? So that's capped how much you can invest in a year. That's where I said once you have more disposable income in your hands, you can look at parking those extra funds in other schemes as well and creating a very well diversified portfolio.
My last question from you would be, suppose a woman today wants to start her journey towards financial independence. How does she judge her current financial health? What should her first step be?
Very simple. If you are an earning woman, take a pen and paper, make a note of what are your income sources, how much are you earning, and on the other side you write down where you are spending and break that into two pieces. One is your regular expenses and your fixed expenses, and second is your liabilities. If you have some running EMIs or personal loans, home loans, something like that. So break it down that how much is going into liabilities, how much is going into my regular expenses, and what is left out of it, how much I'm having as a saving with me. That will give you a clear-cut picture where do you stand right now. You can also look at if you have done certain investments before that, you can note it down, different categories, okay, how much is equity or FDs or gold and so on and so forth. It will help you to understand what is your current net worth. Second question, first step you can take is just look at it and ask yourself, is this how you wanted your finances to look like? If the answer is yes, great. If the answer is no, then where are the gaps? What are the gaps? And analyze those gaps. Also, look at from a perspective if you have dependents. Are you fully insured? So that tomorrow, let's say if something goes wrong, you're not there, and you have dependents who are depending on your income, they should not at least face any financial challenges. That's where you can start your journey and realign this entire thing towards your goals.
Thank you so much, Avneet. It was enlightening. I hope we have given all our listeners that nudge in the right direction.
Thank you so much, Jyoti. I really had a wonderful time talking, and I seriously hope that we have created that nudge.